Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another movie theory video. This one's going to be a bit different. This one's going to be involving the Oscars, the Academy Awards, and basically what were the biggest snubs of the 2014-2015 Oscar Awards. I read that since this is the most controversial Academy Awards since 1997. Apparently, there was a small controversy back in 2011 or 2012. Whatever year Argo came out, I'm pretty sure it's 2000 or something like that, right? There's a small controversy, but this is the biggest controversy since 1997. Now, I was not alive in 1997, so I don't know what the controversy is. But here, I'm going to talk about the whole Oscar 2014-2015 controversy and what are the big snubs. And what's going on? Basically, there's already a wiki page for this on, it's on Wikipedia, but whatever. There's already a wiki page explaining what's, the controversy and some of the biggest snubs. And which is, in my opinion, kind of incredible already that at this point we already have a wiki page for this, but, then again, not really surprising. I'm going to start off with maybe one of the biggest ones, and that is in the animated film section for Best Animated Film. Under Best Animated Film, we have, let me pull it up here very fast. We have, where the heck is it? Yeah, okay, we have Big Hero 6, The Boxtrolls, How to Train Your Dragon 2, The Song of the Sea, and The Tale of Princess Kaguya. Okay, so what's the biggest snub here? The Lego Movie. Okay, personally, me, I didn't like the Lego Movie. Hell, it's even my top 10 worst movies of 2014. But I will admit that the animation for that movie was beautifully done. It was really well done. The animation was really well done. And I do think that animation-wise, that movie was snubbed for Best Animated Feature. I saw some reviews for Boxtrolls, and those were pretty mixed. I mean, I saw Big Hero 6, that's a great movie. I know How to Train Your Dragon 2 is a great movie from what I heard. Song of the Sea, I don't know anything about it. I heard it was mixed to positive. And then Tales of Princess Kaguya, I heard that was a pretty good movie. But, I mean, really, how do you miss a Lego Movie? I know personally, me, I didn't really like it, but general audience did like it. So now another controversial one. This one's gonna be for Best Actor. This is one of two major controversies for Best Actor. Actually one of several for Best Actor. Scratch that, one of several for Best Actor. So one of the biggest confusions, one of the biggest controversies revolves around Foxcatcher. Basically the way they put it is that Stephen Carell is the lead actor, Mark Ruffalo is the supporting actor, and then Channing Tatum is the second supporting actor. Thing is that in reality, when you see the movie, it's more like Channing Tatum is the lead actor, Stephen Carell is the supporting actor, and then you have Mark Ruffalo as the second supporting actor. So many people are confused. Why did Stephen Carell get the award for Best Actor if he was technically a supporting actor, and why is Mark Ruffalo even on the list if he didn't have that much time there, and blah blah blah. Many people argue, was Channing Tatum snubbed, and if he was snubbed, should he have been in Best Supporting Actor or Best Actor? Overall he was snubbed. Now from a technical aspect, logically, from a technical aspect, it'd have to be Stephen Carell for Best Actor and Channing Tatum for Best Supporting Actor. Yet from a visual perspective, Channing Tatum would have to go for Best Actor with Stephen Carell going for Best Supporting Actor. Speaking of Foxcatcher, this is something that apparently I wasn't the only one who was confused about this or whatever. I'm glad other people were confused about this, kind of whatever. And apparently, the movie was also nominated for Best Screenplay. Now, for me personally, I thought it was an adapted screenplay due to the fact that it is based on a true story. And what I've read, some people also argue that technically that is an adapted screenplay due to the fact that it's based on a true story. However, the official definition of an adapted screenplay, apparently, it says it's based on a book. However, you have American Sniper and the Imitation Game, and Inherent Vice within that category. And those from what I've read, from what I've seen, they're not they are adapted from something, but it's not really. It's complicated. The way they explain it is complicated. I'm not really gonna go in depth. It's just weird in my opinion. But basically, let me put it up here. So that basically, it says that theoretically, the American Sniper is based the autobiography of him. Is based on a book of an autobiography of him. Imitation Game, again, another biography of the guy. Inherent Vice is based on the novel Inherent Vice from apparently, and Whiplash is based on a short film called Whiplash, and the Theory of Everything is based on a Stephen Hawking book's Theory of Everything. However, apparently in the past, and I don't know, like very early when the Academy Awards were starting off, like very early, like 1950s, 1940s, maybe even the 1930s or something like that. The Academy Awards said that an adapted screenplay could also be from a true life, could be true life. Like it doesn't, like it could be just from, like, for example, what Foxcatcher was. It wasn't based on a book. It wasn't based on a novel. It wasn't based on a short film, or a sequel or whatever, or a reboot. It was just based off on true life. That's it. And theoretically, in the early days of the Oscars, that counted as an adapted screenplay as well. However, in this case, it's put under original screenplay. Now, the screenplay for Foxcatcher, regardless, was a great screenplay, but there is some controversy as well as that. Now, going back to Best Actor, another one that got snubbed like a fucker was David Oyelowo and Jake Gyllenhaal for Best Actor. Yeah, but I haven't seen Nightcrawler yet, but I do. But apparently, everybody says that's a great movie. So yeah, I mean, and from what I've seen from the trailers, he does, and even from images, he does look creepy, like this creepy psychotic guy with a camera. And yeah, and I saw Selma, and I do think he too was snubbed. Now going on with Selma, also, as well as Selma, you have the director for Selma, who is called. Give me a second here. Who is called Ava Duvernay or something like that. People are also kind of pissed about her being snubbed in Best Director due to the fact that her movie was one of the best directed movies. Also, David Oyelowo, as I said before, Best Actor snub. People are angry about that. Apparently people are also angry that I didn't get nominated for Best Cinematography, which I really don't know about that one. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know about Best Cinematography. So yeah. Now continuing on with Best Director, people are also kind of angry that Unbroken, directed by Angelina Jolie, wasn't nominated. Now for me, maybe that's one of those movies that would have snuck its way into Best Director, but I wouldn't have been surprised if it wasn't there, which it wasn't. But apparently some people are pissed, and also people are also kind of pissed that Jack O'Connell wasn't nominated for Best Actor, as well as the fact that Unbroken itself wasn't nominated for Best Picture. So yeah, I mean that one kind of is a fail. You have Jack O'Connell. This is basically his breakout role, and you don't nominate for him for that. Pretty sad. Yeah, and continuing, and basically all the nominees in general from best. Apparently, every single man here who is nominated, male, here who is nominated, apparently is American, except Alejandro Inarritu Gonzalez, who directed Birdman. Aside from him and his people, everybody else is a white man. While Alejandro Inarritu Gonzalez, he's a Mexican, and his people are Mexican. So, and some people say, there is kind of a lack of diversity in this. That's why they kind of wanted David Oyelowo to represent, the director for Selma to represent, because yeah, Selma does represent for Best Picture and Best Original Song, but aside from that, it really doesn't show much, which I do agree. Some people apparently Foxcatcher is very controversial from what I see. Some people don't think that many people think that Foxcatcher should not have been nominated. This one was kind of funny in my opinion, and I kind of agree with it though. Some people say that it should not have been nominated for Best Makeup and Hairstyle, due to the fact that really the only makeup and hairstyle in this whole film is just really a quick nose job for Stephen Carell, and I kind of have to agree with them. I was kind of surprised that got in there, because I mean, really, when you're talking about for this one, all you're really talking about is a nose job. I mean, it's like from last year, Dallas Buyers Club. same situation. It was only really just putting a little bit of makeup on Jared Leto. Now the only difference is that in that case it was like $100 for like a 2.5 hour movie. Yeah, it was only $100 of makeup for a 2.5 hour movie. So that's kind of different. So yeah, I mean the other two nominees, Grand Budapest Hotel and Guardians of the Galaxy. Not many people have a problem against that one because those are pretty logical. Um, yeah, but people are kind of curious as to why Foxcatcher was nominated under this category. Speaking about summer blockbusters with Guardians of the Galaxy, we also do have visual effects. Now, for that category, you have Guardians of the Galaxy, Interstellar, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Captain America, and X-Men: Days of Future Past nominated. Now, some people do believe that both Transformers: Age of Extinction and Edge of Tomorrow were snubbed from that category, saying that Captain America, in reality, despite the fact that it did have some visual effects, it all just came the visual effects really just came within the last half hour, which I do have to agree. To me, it did feel like the special effects did come within the last half hour, and I do think that at least Edge of Tomorrow was snubbed. Now, why do I say now? Some people do say also that Age of Extinction was snubbed, but for me, I mean, maybe it did have some pretty good visual effects. But for me, the thing is that at the same time, it is also being nominated for Worst Picture, Worst Actor, Worst Director, or whatever, out in the Razzies. So it wouldn't make sense to nominate Age of Extinction. Um, so yeah. Now going to another movie. This one was completely snubbed, and it was only one or two nominations from what I can see. Um, yeah, this one only got, from what I can tell, only really got one nomination. He did. Yeah, only got one nomination, and that is Gone Girl. It only got nominated for Rosamund Pike for her performance, and many people are extremely out of all the films. I think this one and many people are also pretty pissed about. Many people are pissed that I didn't get nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Cinematography, and Best Sound Mixing, Best Sound Editing, Best Screenplay. I'm pretty sure that'd be adapted screenplay. Yeah, because it's based on a book. And who the hell knows what else people are pissed about. Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised because, Best Actor, yes, Ben Affleck, he was pretty good. Best Supporting Actress, yeah, Carrie Coon, she did an incredible job. But here's the one I'm surprised about. Best Supporting Actor for Tyler Perry. That one does surprise me. Does he deserve it? Maybe. He probably does deserve the nomination. But again, that has a similar situation with Age of Extinction. Only thing is that this year he's not being nominated for a Razzie, but in the past he's basically the Razzie king. He's either been nominated the most or won the most awards, but whatever. So yeah, so Tyler Perry being within Best Actor would be kind of weird, but it would have shocked me. So yeah, now for Best Director, here some people are kind of not confused, but kind of confused, whatever. And here you have Foxcatcher on the list for Best Director. Yet you don't have the movie Foxcatcher for Best Picture. Many people find that weird. Weird. Another thing to point out is that yeah, again, as I said before, Selma. I mean, yeah, but for the thing is that some people are complaining though that Selma should have won Best or been nominated for Best Director. Thing is that Best Director only can go to 5 people. So by that logic, you'd have to include 8 people because there's 8 nominations. So you have Clint Eastwood for American Sniper, Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu for Birdman, Richard Linklater for Boyhood, Wes Anderson for Grand Budapest Hotel, Nora Grossman for Imitation Game. I believe that's the director. Yeah, the one for Selma, I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name again. The one for Theory of Everything, and Jason Blum for Whiplash. You have 8 nominations, and you can only fit 5 for Best Director. So it's funny how everybody's competing on one movie when like theoretically 3 or 4 of the movies would have been snubbed. Now, speaking about Best Picture, many people also believe that Best Picture, there's a lot more movies that could have been fit in there. From Gone Girl, they say Whiplash. I've even heard Saint Vincent, which is kind of funny. I wouldn't imagine Saint Vincent in this for Best Picture, but whatever. I've even heard Under the Skin, which that one probably would have deserved it. Nightcrawler probably would have deserved it. So yeah, they say that due to the fact that of the recent boom of art house movies such as Under the Skin, Snowpiercer, The Rover, The Signal, etc., etc., and Chef, for example, as well. Um, they should have maybe paid a bit more attention to, as well as art house type of movies, when because really here the only type of art house movies you'd have are the foreign movies, and aside from that you really don't have any art house movies. But they did say that due to the recent boom of art house movies, as I said before, Chef, Snowpiercer, Under the Skin, The Rover, The Signal, who the hell knows what else, Locke. Many people are kind of complaining that maybe those should have also received some love. Maybe Tom Hardy for Best Actor for Locke, Scarlett Johansson for Best Actress for Under the Skin, for example. Best cinematography for Snowpiercer, for example. People are also kind of complaining that the art house movies aren't really shown in their true form as they possibly can. In reality, they say that theoretically there's only really uh, two or three art house two, like they say there's only really between two and four art house movies actually nominated outside of the best foreign film categories. And this one's pretty interesting because this one's interesting. They say Birdman, I guess in a sense it is. Boyhood, in a sense it is. Nightcrawler because it got nominated for best original screenplay, but aside from that, not really, not much. And the Grand Budapest Hotel. For me, I'd also add Whiplash, because that one kind of was artsy and actually was in some art theaters. So yeah. So I don't know about how they'd say about representing the art house community, but I do understand what they mean. More indie films, because most of these art house movies were supported by major studios, not actual indie films. Yeah, there's one more. There's also controversy for Best Actress. They say Marianne Cotillard, her role in 2 Days, One Night. Um, they say, despite the fact that it was good, they say it would have been better for Jennifer Aniston for Cake. And I haven't seen Cake, but many people are also saying that. And also talking about actresses, they say Meryl Streep was nominated, which is true. And they say this is basically the time this is how you know that the Academy Awards will nominate Meryl Streep for anything. Because apparently Into the Woods was an okay movie, it was a decent movie. Yeah, they say that Into the Woods was a decent movie. However, this is how you know that Meryl Streep, she could do her worst performance yet, and she can still be nominated for an Academy Award. Um, so yeah. There's also some controversy with American Sniper saying that maybe that movie shouldn't have been nominated as much as it was. Many people don't think it deserves the nomination for Best Picture. Mostly for Best Picture, is what many people are concerning themselves about. And that one, that one's debatable. For me, the one oddball within Best Picture, the one oddball, the one out of nowhere movie for me would have to be Grand Budapest Hotel. In my opinion, it was a great movie, yes, but it just seems kind of odd. I think it's due to the style, though. So yeah, let's see. Other movies that people say got snubbed for Best Picture and also include Cake and Wild, from also what I've heard. So yeah, and many people, they're kind of wondering, should American Sniper have been nominated for Best Picture? And many people are, some people say yes, some people say no. For me personally, I would say it does deserve the nomination, yet I wouldn't care if it wasn't there. Okay. So yeah, I'd much rather prefer seeing Gone Girl on that list, in my opinion. And Nightcrawler as well. Despite the fact I didn't see it, I would prefer that. Wild and Unbroken, I would love to see those there, but I'd highly doubt it for them to be there. Interstellar, some people say it should be there on the list as well. That one I could see people, really getting pissed about because of Nolan. I'm saying, speaking about Nolan, some people say he was snubbed for Best Director. Yeah. So yeah, basically this has been one of the most controversial Academy Awards since 1997. And also, did I mention the fact that aside from Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu and his group of people who also did the screenplay, everybody else is a white man. So yeah, there's no diversity. Aside from the best actor and best actress and best supporting actress, there's no really diversity aside from a few Mexicans. And yeah, that's basically the whole controversy bottled into one. It's big, it's huge, and it sure as hell is controversial. Oh yeah, before I forget, the Lego Movie. Aside from being snubbed for best animated film, some people say that maybe that should have been nominated for best film. Best movie, best picture, whatever. And also one more thing with the Lego Movie, some people don't really agree with the fact that the song "Everything Is Awesome" got nominated for Best Original Song. That one I have to agree with. I don't really think that song is awesome. I think it's more like that. That song is annoying. Like everything's annoying. No, no, no. So, yeah. Oh, and one more thing about the Best Director for Selma, or whatever. The president, the current president of the Academy Awards or whatever, is a black female. Yeah. Her name is Cheryl Boone Isaacs. She's a black female, and she basically chose the white men and a few Mexicans. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know how she didn't see that. She says she's not gonna state on whether she did an accident or not, but she did say that she is proud of all the nominees. So yeah, that's basically a really bad way to try to avoid the question. Yeah, and also one more. Speaking about Cheryl Boone Isaacs, it's not really controversial, but I just want to put it out there. When they were announcing the actual Academy Awards and the nominations, Dick Pope, Dick Pope. I don't know I have no idea what he was nominated for. I forget exactly what he was nominated for. But when she said his name, she said Dick Poop. Yeah, she's like Dick Poop. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah. Just a small tidbit there. So yeah, that's basically the whole controversy for the 2014-2015 Oscars in a nutshell. I'm gonna leave everything down below. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. I'm gonna put this one under my movie theory playlist for those who want to check it out. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe, comment down below, and what do you think are the biggest snubs for this year's Oscars? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.